25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
52 is the mic right here, over there.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. After the penalty, it's Bell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, it's Bell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones. A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 27-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he stopped immediately there.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. Johnson, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To number 40.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
36-yard line.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Cardinals 7, Buccaneers 6.
short gain here, down to the 22.
Break again, the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Buccaneers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and hold.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
For the extra point.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
21-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he finds Gronk. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy
who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Now Rodgers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play. First down. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
On third down, Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And his kick is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Well, another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
At their own 26.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
At the 33-yard line.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good.
Cardinals 42. Buccaneers.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Intended for Leonard Fournette.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 88, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. On third down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 16-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a short return. To the 6-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, it's Drake. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now on first down, Drake again. Levante David in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the give, this is Drake. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Drake. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Now 3rd and 5.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense keep winning.
They will great.